Hello, my fire signs. Welcome to your weekly element reading. So this reading, of course, is going to be for all my Aries, my Leo, my Sagittarians. And we're going to be focusing on the week of September 12th to September 19th. But as always, if you come across this reading outside of that time frame, Spirit, the Creator, they're not bound by time or space. So if your gut and your intuition brought you here, I would move forward and still watch. But if you are watching this between September 12th and September 19th, the energy that I want to talk about this week that's influencing us like astrologically is the full moon in Pisces that actually starts on, reaches its climax on September 20th. But during the week of this week is when we're starting to feel the effects of that full moon rise in. So that Pisces energy will be influencing us this week. If you want to check out and see how that does impact you, I did create readings for each of the zodiac signs, and I'll throw that at the playlist at the end of the video here. And if you want to be included in, or updated at least, notified when these new videos and stuff come out, just to make sure to subscribe and hit the little alarm bell and you'll get notified when those come out, of course. So we're going to jump in here and see what additional information the Creator would like you to know for this week. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from this Star Temple Oracle. Felt very Piscean for the energy that's coming, so it's drawn to these cards, and we'll just see what the overall energy. Okay, this is actually going to be your card. So the overall energy for the week, and just see what the Creator wants you to know. So you've got the Maya. Show you that here. Beautiful cards, and it's the Winged Messenger. Creation. Spiritual direction inspires my creative flow. Yeah, number 3 definitely is a creative energy. It's like the Empress as well. So very much this week is about taking that Piscean energy that's coming in. And we had like 2 months of Aquarian full moons, which give us a lot of dreamy, wanting to change the world kind of feel, change our lives. And this Piscean energy, even though it's very spiritual and very, grounded in the looking into the heavens as well, it also was bringing this very much about making plans and putting, action behind those dreams. And so I love this because this is the creation piece of it. This is using your creativity to bring forward those dreams. And so I really feel a lot of the energy that's coming from this card for you this coming week is to get out of the box. Don't think of, that this is always the way things need to be and how things need to unfold. It's like, what the end goal is, but expand the how. Release the how, the attachment to the small, narrow how you had before. And just take a deep breath. Even get out into nature, the Empress card, number 3, and Maya, it's really about just getting out into that nature, away from everything, away from all the noise, all the supposed to's, the shoulds, the have to's. When you get out into nature, you can see things more clearly, and then that's when the creative ideas come, because you're calmer and you're able to listen and hear from your higher spiritual winged messengers. So I definitely love that. And let me see what the book says here for you too. Yep, so create, inspire, guide. Hermes, the celestial guide and son of Maya, inspires creativity that is aligned with your visions. After all, dreaming is a form of planning, like we're talking about. Your creative juices flow through meditation, transcendent connection, and focused intention. You may be an artist, a musician, a writer, a speaker, or something else entirely. It doesn't matter what form your creativity takes. Surrender and delight in your imagination. Embrace your inventiveness. Forget perfection and instead immerse yourself in unique expression and authenticity. So, perfect. exactly what we're talking about, especially with this Piscean energy. So I love that message. And we're also going to get some clarification from these everyday tarot. Just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this week coming up. And one more time. All right, Creator, what else do you want our fire signs to know about this upcoming week? What about this creativity? Okay. What else? Can I really feel like that one? 2. Okay, that brought its friend along, so we will use those. And any others? Okay, just this one. All right. So let's take a look here. You do have the 5 of Pentacles here, which definitely is a card about your worth, about the physical world. The Pentacles are about the, the stage, the outside of ourselves, the abundance and jobs and, all those props. And what I love about this card, the way they've interpreted it and shown it here, usually this is a card about you're feeling like not supported, you're feeling alone in your travels and in your purpose and in your path that you're on. And you, even to the point where you feel like you're lacking in your life. So what they usually show this like church, this represents like church or higher realms here, it's usually like a stained glass window in that. But I love in this one how it's the universe, and even the like robe, the thing that is like her cloak, the thing that's shielding her from the elements is the universe, and it's in there. And the beautiful transformational message that comes from this, that helps you move from this feeling of lack to wholeness, is that when we think the world is the one that brings us our abundance, that brings us what we need in our life, then that is when we feel lack, because we're, especially in the times like right now, we look out there and we're like, everyone's struggling so hard, is with the story that we have and what we see with our human eyes. So if we believe that those humans are the ones that provide for us, we're going to be scared, we're going to be uncertain. But when we understand that all of our abundance, everything we need, comes from the Creator of all things, one who has eternal, unending abundance and resources, and everyone else, the physical people, are the shipping company or the third party, the middlemen who bring it to us. If we understand that our abundance comes from the Creator, then we can feel more solid. We can feel more that we're not alone. And understanding and connecting to that, if we realize and can really grasp that we are cared for and known, then that helps with our whole unfolding of our belief around abundance and like all this creativity and moving to our dream. Because if you have this feeling of lack, then that changes your creativity, right? If you're like, wow, I could do this and this and this. Well, no, the world is going through this. I can't do that now, and blah, 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 blah. And your dream just goes and shrinks instead of, what? It is possible. The Creator of all things knows me, supports me, and wants my best experience here. So I'm going to head in that direction. And, like with this winged messenger, it is about making sure that we get quiet, that we don't let all the fear noise and all the shoulds and supposed tos, that, we can start taking steps toward our dreams. But if our dreams consume us and we define ourselves by our dreams, and we attach ourselves to the outcomes, then we're not listening. We're not open to the how. We determine the what and steps we want to take to get there, and how it unfolds, we release to the universe, and we just keep taking little steps out of a time, and the Creator will nudge us in the direction that is going to be for our highest experience and for our highest abundance in this life. When we, nope, I'm going to go this way, it doesn't always end up being what satisfies us and what makes us feel whole, right? All right, we'll go on to the next card here. You do have the Queen of Swords. She holds the Ace of Swords in her hands, which that is her beautiful power that we all have. And she's bringing this to you, which is like higher truth. It brings in information. It brings in communications. And it also allows you to cut away those beliefs that no longer serve you, all those thoughts, because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And with that sword, you're able to cut away those things when you realize they are no longer serving you for where you want to head. And I also love, she has her hand extended, which means she has her thoughts and her capital T truths. And as she lets go of those little small T truths, like a small truth is that you're unworthy, that your life is full of lack. That's the human side of us, our ego side of us, the fight or flight side of us, that has taken on this truth that it heard from the outside world. But as you connect to your higher self, this winged messenger and the whole beautiful support group you have on the other side of beings of unconditional love and light, then you get higher truths. And this is like being open to hearing more, basically an open mind, and you're open to receive new ways of doing things as well. Like we talked about, not being so closed-minded and how things can happen. It's about being open-minded. And she also sits upon this throne of a cup, which is beautiful because, she's almost at the end of the suit. Only the king is one step further along in the journey of the swords. And she has realized that strictly, moving and making decisions by mind and logic and information we're getting from the outside world didn't always unfold for the best. Because she's the divine feminine and the cup is she's sitting on there, it's really about also trusting your intuition and trusting your connection, bringing in that emotion, that passion for life. And not just the logical stuff. Again, it's really about logic says this is how it has to get done, but trusting and listening to our higher selves, those with the higher point of view, and with so much more knowledge than us, we can open up the how into this wide range and open up so many more possibilities. Yeah, because here you have the Devil card. Don't freak out. This is our shadow, and it brings us this information on what is binding us, what is keeping us limited and down and bound. So when all this lack and all that, the feeling of worth, the feelings of just anything that is blocking us for moving forward to those things that make our heart sing, that make our soul just explode in love and joy. All those obstacles. This is like I always say it's like Dr. Evil, in like Austin Powers. They reveal to us what their plan is, what they've been, those things that are keeping you limited, they bring to your attention. And then you being the, Austin Powers and this international person of mystery, you go, well, I'm going to thwart that plan now that I'm aware of it. And that's exactly the intention of this card, is it brings that information into our face, and it doesn't do it in a subtle way. You'll have like 5 pieces of information about a situation come up from 5 different sources in 5 different ways, but you're like, oh, you got that message, and then that message reaffirms that message, and this one reaffirms all those, and you're just getting it in a short amount of time from all these places. So it's very obvious, and it comes into our face, which is great because it's not done to make us feel bad and to, say, stupid, I can't believe you're doing that, and you let me do that to you. It's not that. It's like, hey, this is what is blocking you here's the message. So this is for you. It's not, to make you feel low. It's to actually help you be free and to take these loose chains, because these chains around our neck are our own. Like this one, he can slip it off and move, he's not really bound. It's just this perception, these mindsets and beliefs that are keeping us feeling small. Yeah, because here you go, 9 of Pentacles. So this is about being in your own power, being in your own abundance. There's not anyone around except for the winged messenger that's here. So you have your support team with you, but you're in this beautiful, abundant garden, dressed to the nines, and feeling whole, feeling abundant. But it's about an inner abundance and an abundance that you obtain with only yourself, because it's only you here. Of course, with your like I said, your messengers and your support team, invisible support team of unconditional love and light beings. But this is definitely shows you that you can be successful and you can move in that direction. I'm just going to move these down a little bit here and put this up here. All right. Oh, and then lastly, boom, the sun. So yeah, this is definitely about victory, about seeing things. You have this, seeing things, the unknown things, everything's brought into light. It's about victory, success. And you have this, Ace of Wands, which is about spark and abundance. And so this is definitely a success card. So these two show you that as you go through this and do invest time in listening and to your winged messengers, being observant and seeing what is being revealed to you about your feelings of lack and the blocks in your life, bring you this beautiful abundance, both in, this is not just in physical ways, the 9 of Pentacles. It's like you just feel like abundant. You're in this beautiful garden where, you don't feel as, like low. You move from feeling this way to feeling this way, So definitely positive outcomes here. And then we're going to pull a card here from this Soul Truth deck and to see what the final message the Creator has for you this week. Let me try doing it another way here. So pretty hefty cards. I love. There we go. Much better. And one more time. All right, Creator, what's your final message for our fire signs for this week, please? Okay, it's this one right here. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? That would be representing this 5 of Pentacles here. What obstacles, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? And this Queen of Swords too, looking at what, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets are blocking you. And then I'll show you this and I'll read it as well. So this says, the expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. In today's soul action, it says, be grateful. You're being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust, right? Trust. Where does it come from? It comes when you surrender and focus on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Yep. So definitely this is talking about the power that we have to whatever we focus on is what grows, right? So if we focus on lack and what's missing, that's what grows in our life. If we're grateful and thankful for what we do have in our life, then that brings in more abundance, more things to be grateful for. And so it's a beautiful, realization too with this, Ace of Swords, cutting away those expectations from the outside world. Those are all this is who I should be, what my life should be, what I'm supposed to do, what I have to do, what I need to do. When those words, supposed to, should, need to, have to, pop up in your mental conversation or your external conversation, let those be flags that those are expectations from the outside world. And those are things that you can question and cut away. Because those are what have been brought to you, as these opinions, the popular opinions, the popular emotions from outside about how you should be acting, how you should be feeling, but you can be free. And I love it because gratitude is a expectation destroyer. It's a fear remover out of our lives, because when you focus on the true abundance that we have, then we don't even focus on the lack anymore. We're just focusing on gratitude for each and everything we go through. So I love it. So just know as you're going throughout this week that each and every moment you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and I love you too. You have an amazing week, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. You take care.